Hey Mob, welcome back. Now Mayra, I know that you are busting with excitement for this next segment.
I'm excited. I don't know about the word busting, brother, but go ahead.
Well, our next guest is no stranger to our screens. He's starred in many huge shows like The Gods of Wheat Street and SBS's The Circuit. Plus, he was also in the 2010 film Beneath Hill 60.
Yes, and he's soon to be gracing our screens once again with a new drama series called Hard Rock Medical. I am, of course, talking about our deadly brother from Broome, Mark Cole-Smith. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
It's the first time we've had a boy on the show.
Yeah,
I can't believe it. Welcome.
Right. Breaking new ground.
Yeah,
It's
that's
about
right.
time. Yeah.
Now, we want to know about you as an actor. Tell us, as from a little boy, Kimberley boy from Broome, what did make you want to become an actor?
I don't think I ever wanted to be an actor. I think I always was an actor. From a very young age, I can remember watching TV shows, and it wasn't enough to just watch the show. I had to go out in the yard and spend 4 hours being the characters that I'd just seen. You know, so whether it was, Ninja Turtles, I had to go out beating Donatello. I mean, he's a turtle, he's a ninja, he likes purple, that's Samuel L. Jackson's favourite colour, it's all good.
Yeah.
So I kind of maintained that up until my early teens, and I think I had family members that kind of helped usher me into putting it into a more commercially viable sort of channel. I was playing on my friend Zaren's front yard when Marnie Ness turned up one day, and she goes, "Get in the car, they're doing auditions for this kids series." And I got there, and there was all these kids there, and they were all really nervous. I think I was like 14, and I was looking around, and I was going, "This looks fun, this looks interesting." And they handed me a script, and I read it, and I can do this, and walked up, and I ended up getting one of the 5 lead roles of the series, and that was Ocean Star. So that was the first thing I kind of got that was sort of like a serious TV series, and that shot for 3 months, and paid pretty well, and I got an agent off the back of that, yeah, I've sort of been doing it on and off ever since.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you've had success from a very young age. You're a child actor, I guess, and you've also worked with some of Australia's best actors and in some of our best loved series. I mean, what are some of those highlights in your sort of career so far?
Yeah, well, the process of acting has been a really interesting journey for me because it's changed many steps along the way. And when you start with kids shows, it's a different sort of format, different formula, and the content's really different. So when you start to get a little older and you start getting involved in adult drama and things like that, that makes greater demands on your performance and the story you're trying to tell. And it wasn't until I did something like SBS's series, The Circuit, which was about the Indigenous legal system up in the Kimberleys, that I actually was pressured and felt a lot of responsibility about the craft of acting because I saw the importance of the story we were telling. And at the same time, I was also in the midst of people like Aaron Pedersen and Kelton Pell for the first time, so rubbing shoulders with them, and Richard Franklin was sort of really influential, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Great talent out there, and the industry has changed, and you've been part of it for a while now. How have you seen it change? And it's an exciting time to be in the arts industry.
It's extremely exciting. It's terrific. As far as Aboriginal film and television is going, it's such a cool sort of period. There's, like you said, there's some really experienced actors and writers and technical artists working in their fields at the moment. But there's also some really cool emerging artists as well, some young mob that I kind of, I feel really fortunate to be in the same circle with. So it's going to be really exciting to see what happens over the next few years.
And speaking of exciting, you have a brand new series coming up on NITV this year called Hard Rock Medical.
This is the first of the 1,460 days of medical school before you are granted your internship. I'm sure most of you are thinking, do we get a day off? The short answer is no.
Are you Aboriginal?
No. Are you?
Yeah.
I always thought I was one of them.
Are you telling me you never looked in the mirror?
My grandmother is dying, and I need to go home.
We don't want you here.
I'll let you explain what audiences can expect from that series.
Sure. So Hard Rock Medical is basically a series that follows the story of 8 first-year med students as they work towards getting the piece of paper, getting becoming qualified doctors. And I play the character Gary Fraser in the series, who he's a little out of place signing up for to study at this Canadian medical school. When he arrives in the first episode, he's hungover and you know, he comes from the other side of the country, other side of the planet, and his background is in like competitive swimming. Plus, he openly denies of having any Aboriginal heritage, which is absurd because he quite obviously is black. So his journey is one of identity and having the courage to find out a bit more about yourself. And that sometimes means going out of your comfort zone a little bit. But I think the beautiful thing about that series and the way it portrayed that example of that is that it took that mob up north to help that come about. You know, it took that mob up there to sort of pull him up and go, you know, what's your story? You know, who you? And I thought that was nice. It was very romantic. Yeah.
Certainly is exciting. We're looking forward to it coming on the NITV screens very soon. But tell us a little bit of advice to any of the kids out there who look at you and think, oh, I'd like to do that one day.
If you want to do it, then do it. You know, the hardest thing is taking the first step, and then you gotta find out what your strengths are in that area and work on them, and also try and work on your weaknesses as well. So yeah, diversifying is really good, but getting that experience is the first step, and you don't get that unless you go out and you meet the right people, and the people are out there. The right people are,
yeah,
but you got to go find them.
They'll support you. Well said. And thank you very much. I wish I could stay and talk to you all day.
I know. It's been
all
a pleasure,
we've
brother.
got time for today.
Thanks
Thank
so
you
much
for being a
having
guest on Around the Traps, and we look forward to seeing the shows and your future success.
Thanks for coming on the show, Mark. It's been an absolute pleasure. And Hard Rock Medical looks like an amazing series. You deserve every success, brother.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
I certainly can't wait to check it out. So it's starting in February on NITV, and we're the first in the country to be able to show it. So make sure you guys tune in. See you soon.